Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nothing But Games podcast. I'm your host, Matt, and welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Seamless.
Yeah.
That's pretty well done.
So you're listening to the sweet track of Cave Story Plus for the Switch.
Yep.
We'll talk more about that later on in the podcast. But,
I have a feeling someone's been playing it.
A little bit, yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Tap, tap.
He's still playing it right now as we speak. Oh, there it goes.
Alright, anyway, moving on.
Back to the real podcasting that we had.
Yeah. So, how are you guys doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Got an itchy nose. Wow. Wow. That set the tone for the rest of the show right there.
It did indeed.
I hate when I get itchy O's.
Goodness.
That's the worst.
It's okay, drink your pumpkin spice latte.
Which he's literally drinking right now.
Okay, everything should be better now.
He had an egg McMuffin at like midnight.
If they offer it, why not?
May as well.
Okay.
Alright, anyway. So, whole bunch of stuff this week. There was a direct this week.
Directly to you, ripping piece of water.
From Nintendo.
Bro, saw his name in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild credits.
Yo, me too, man.
Matt, don't say ye, you didn't beat the game.
Right? Mm-hmm. When you see his name in memory. Oh.
You think that's the last? You think he'll be in Odyssey?
Probably.
I think so. Because how long has the game been developed?
I don't even remember if he was in like the ARMS one or not.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Sad. I think they might actually just finish it with Breath of the Wild. Maybe they won't put him in Odyssey.
Well, what if they would if he worked on it.
That's
it's
true.
Not like just because he passed away that they would.
But like, it's long enough away that he might not have been involved in it. So,
all right.
Quick tangent there. Let's get back on our feet.
Matt's like, let's still keep talking about.
But before we do the direct, we should do that number one.
I'm fully aware. Thank you. It's just
trying to make sure.
Yeah, it's listed in order, but it's like not like Matt.
Matt doesn't go in order.
He's a rebel.
He's a rebellious child.
So I was
just whatever he pleases.
I was looking at these notes, and I was just making sure that there was a specific point on there, because I want to talk about it later on in the podcast. So,
solid 10 out of 10.
So let's jump right into it. This is basically all
jump right in.
It's basically all Nintendo
all
this
Nintendo.
week, right?
Yeah. Well, there's Nintendo. We're deciphering that Nintendo Direct. Not deciphering.
Talking about it, discussing
it.
Yeah, and
I'm
analyzing.
I'm dumb. I'm
analyzing.
I'm just hanging my head in shame.
Nichios.
I'm hanging myself in general.
Solid.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. So, it's pretty good. All right, let's get right into it, shall we?
Sure, host.
You said that like 30 seconds ago.
Shut up. So, apparently...
Do you want me to explain the story? Because I know exactly what happened.
I mean, apparently.
So, oh my god, your phone is so small. I thought it was big before. Now it's small.
Apparently he knows what happened. If this is the first story, it's literally written down for you.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Yes. I actually had a picture of it on my phone, but yes. Anyways. So, there was a potential leak of a Nintendo achievement system. So, during a Reddit, Ask Me Anything. You know what those are, obviously, guys. Okay.
An AMA, yeah.
The developers of the game Lish Spear.
Like Spear.
Whatever. They're Polish, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyways. So, someone asked if they had their game would have online leaderboards or rankings. And they said Nintendo doesn't have official support for achievements and leaderboards like Sony or Microsoft, but we know that they're working on it. And then after that, someone asked them to clarify, and they're like, oops, nothing to see here, kind of jokingly putting it aside. So, that means one of two things. Either one, they're pulling shit out of their ass, and just, maybe they think that that's what happened, was really not. Or we're literally getting a Nintendo trophy / achievement system, which would be great.
I think everybody's blowing this out of the water, considering its achievements and leaderboards. They could possibly just be working on some more.
Yeah,
leaderboards.
that's what I was saying. I mean,
like let's be real.
But everybody wants it. That's the thing, right?
Yeah,
everybody wants to. Any hint that it's possibly coming, everybody goes crazy. Which I can understand, but at the same time, I don't
think everybody wants one. Like I know we like trophies and achievements when we're playing games, and it's fun. I know I go out of my way to platinum certain games.
Yeah, me too.
And if it was on a Nintendo, if it was on the Switch, I would lose so many hours of my life just trying to 100% them.
Like, that's scary.
Because I don't even care if you give me a reward. I like having either the gamer score number go up or collecting platinums.
Yeah, there's nothing better than when that platinum pops in the top left corner. I love it.
I know some people just think it's unnecessary, but I think it's good to add extra ways in like to play the game like in different ways that you normally wouldn't.
You don't have to do it. Like it's an option. If you say, hey, that sounds like cool. That sounds like a cool idea to try and play the game that way. Or
I would love it, but I don't think this is. I think people are blowing it out of proportion, like Matt said. I just think it's coming from an indie developer and just this one guy. I think if it was real, Nintendo would have like jumped on this way quicker.
Yep.
Like
but they didn't.
Yeah. I think he just probably got confused in what he was saying.
Yep.
He probably meant like there's no achievement or leaderboard system built into the Switch to actually like in order to track people's progress across the world. So maybe by him saying they're working on something, maybe he means something more in like the online aspect rather than just an extra system like for achievements or trophies. Yeah, I don't like if it was real and it was legitimate and he made a slip up, he would have been. This would have been taken down rather than just an oops.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I wouldn't put any stock into it. I'm hopeful that it's real because obviously like I would love one, but I don't think it's real.
Yeah, I was really upset when they didn't incorporate one when they did that whole Switch presentation that they didn't talk about one, but I got over it. So yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm like. It's good for the game itself, but even sometimes if like Sonic Mania, I plan to get that game, but it doesn't have a platinum trophy. I totally would have gotten it on PS4, but since it doesn't, probably just going to get it on Switch.
Yeah, like I did. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. And then it's like L.A. Noire. Do I get that on PS4? I'll probably just get it on Switch because the Switch, even though it doesn't have these things like the extra online capabilities that PS4 and Xbox One have, or it doesn't have like an achievement system. It's just so cool to have it portably.
It's a cooler system. Bottom line.
Yeah, but that thing gets real hot. It's not that cool.
That's true.
Yeah, Mike.
No comment.
Okay, moving on. So
Okami HD.
Yeah.
Not on Switch, which is why?
I don't know what this game is.
You don't know Okami HD?
No. Ooh. You play as a wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Real wolf boy.
It's a girl.
So like,
and it came out. Yeah, it came out around the same time. Not around the same time, but
it was like 2007, 8.
Yeah. So general time it's hot time business. Everyone was like, "Wow, Nintendo totally did shit on the wolf part," because like, everybody hates playing as wolf like in that game, and everybody loves playing wolf in Okami.
Yeah, no one likes.
It's not even me. 12 is my second favorite game of all time. I don't like the wolf parts.
Really, I like it.
Yeah. The combat is too one dimensional.
Yeah, I guess
you literally just hold press A. That's it. There's no diversity to the combat. Whereas when you're human Link, you could do like the helm splitter, the side roll. I can go.
But yeah, Okami. Yeah. When did it say? When was the release?
2018. I think
it is 12/12. So it was December 12th.
Cool.
On PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC.
Yeah, I definitely need to get that because I never played the original, or I think they re-released it too, but I never played it. And they had a DS version, which I also never played. But it's really people describe it as like a Zelda kind of game, so.
Yep.
I'm excited to try it out, and I'm just so surprised that it's actually not coming to Switch because Okami has a history of being on Wii and DS. But why the hell isn't it coming to Switch when Capcom is doing such a good job of good job depending if you like it or not. But they're putting an effort into remastering a bunch of their old catalog, and I think it might come to Switch eventually because apparently it's only also like $20. I think.
Actually, I didn't hear that.
It might be 20 in the States, but who knows? So it's
only $30 here.
So it's like cheap. So
yeah,
I think it will eventually come out on Switch.
It definitely is a missed opportunity for them.
They did it with Resident Evil Revelations, where they put it out on PS4 and Xbox One first, then Switch.
But I'm pretty sure they announced those at the same time. So that's the difference, right? Like it'd be weird if they announced this and then they said like in January, oh, it's also coming to Switch in 3 months. Like that's weird. Like you already have all your sales done. You're not going to sell a lot. It's the same like idea with like the Assassin's Creed 4 of the Wii U, right? If it's already too far back, no one's going to buy it. Watch Dogs for Wii U, same thing. Can't do that.
But then again, I mean, it's been done, so why not do it again?
Yeah, but I think you're shooting yourself in the foot.
But it's Nintendo.
Well, it's Capcom.
It's not. It's Capcom.
I'm just saying. But it's a Nintendo product. This is what they associate with.
I don't know. I just see like if you're gonna use the Switch, like I don't know if they want to sell it on Switch, why would they not put it day one? And if they want to test it for Switch, why would you not put it for day one? There's no excuse not to put it for day one if they're gonna put it on at all. Is what I'm saying. So I don't think it's coming to Switch at all. So I'll probably get it on PS4 then, which is I guess it doesn't matter to them necessarily, but I mean.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the story about like when Capcom published Okami on the Switch, or not on the Switch, on the Wii for the box art? They took like a graphic that had the IGN watermark logo in the bottom right, and they shipped it in stores with the IGN watermark logo on the cover of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's unreal.
Like, how does that get
Capcom.
by anything? Like, did no one look at the box?
Apparently not. Or it's like it wasn't the first time Capcom did this, because in the 3DS launch, when Resident Evil Revelations came out, they misspelled it on like the spine. It was like Resident Evil Relevations.
Oh my god! You know, like, I understand, like, they're a Japanese company, so like,
Or how we were talking,
different to get English, but still, you can't
when
do
we
that
were
in
talking
20
about how
whatever.
on the MVC Infinite website they had Flank West instead of Frank West. Shout out to Capcom and their typos.
Yeah.
They need some better translators.
Guaranteed, like, somebody was working on the line, like, packing the games or something, turned the thing over, they're like, fucking idiots. Just like,
And they're just like, whatever, who cares? Let it keep going.
Yeah.
Make more. Get the thing turning.
that's fine.
Yeah, I think it will come to Switch eventually. I honestly do.
Well, that puts me in a little bit of hole,
Because
if I get it, I want to get to Switch.
This was
but
probably
I wanna get it.
this was in development like for a long time.
Yeah, it's been
so
rumored, but I mean, it's only like an HD remaster, so probably not that long.
It
Maybe
is,
like
but
a few months.
I feel like
Not a few months, like 6 months.
Capcom putting out Ultra Street Fighter 2 and it doing well for them. I think Resident Evil Revelations will do pretty well for them too on Switch.
Yeah.
So they have no reason to just keep like
Right.
even if, because they're not, Capcom isn't really putting out many new IP. They have MVC Infinite, and who knows if that'll come to Switch. I don't see why.
But if you're going to put it out on Switch, why not even say right now,
Yeah.
oh, and it's coming to Switch in 2018?
Maybe
If they do that, I say, cool, I'll
Unless
wait
they
for the
just have,
Switch
like-
version to come out, I'll buy it then. Now I'm like, do I buy it day
maybe
one?
that's
'Cause
the
I
reason
want
why they don't want to say it, because people who have PS4s or Xbox Ones and Switches, they're
it. That's true, but no one's going to buy it twice. This is not a kind of game you buy twice. Rocket League is a game you buy twice.
no,
This game's not a game
that's
you buy
the
twice.
exact reason. Because if they say it's coming to Switch too, but at a later date, people aren't going to buy it day one. for
Right,
PS4.
but the difference is now people are going to buy it day one and not buy it for Switch. So they're making the same amount of money.
Are you sure about that?
Or they're not going to buy it at all because they're hoping for a Switch version. Now they have no sales.
I think you're overthinking this.
Oh, for sure, that's what I do best. But
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
know.
saying, I don't know. And we'll have to wait and see.
It's fine. Moving on. Ooh, SNES and NES Classic news.
Yo, man.
I'm excited. In a press release, Nintendo
But
stated...
you hate Activision.
Is that the...
New me.
Yeah. In a press release, Nintendo stated that they will continue production of the SNES Classic further into 2018. That we knew. And that they will ship more SNES Classics in the US on launch day than the NES Classics at totaled all of last year. Which is fantastic. They are also... Big news here. They are also reviving the NES Classic, and it will be sold again in summer 2018.
Like, let's just all get this in our heads, right? Let's go through the cycle of this, okay? Nintendo announces NES Classic.
Yes.
Everybody goes crazy about it.
Yes.
And then they release it, have like 2 per store.
Yes.
It sells out in seconds.
Yes.
And then soon after that, they discontinue it. And they claim they'll never make them again. And here we are now that they're reviving it. Like, what a cycle this thing has gone through in a year. It's amazing.
Honestly, I'm happy because I actually ended up giving mine away to somebody else who wanted it. And I'm like, you know what, that's fine.
It's fine.
So I'm going to buy one because I'm going to buy the SNES Classic. So just to have the set, but, you know.
I think with it's cool. They say they want to make more, and I still think there's just going to be like a shit show on
for sure.
launch.
Guaranteed. Oh, yeah.
And when the NES Classics come back, but I have a slight feeling that things will be better, and you should be able to like. There should be like a lot of moments where you can get it online if you want. If you're not getting into stores.
So they won't sell it in 5 minutes, is what you're saying?
I mean, they'll sell it in 5 minutes eventually, like on the first couple weeks and stuff. But I feel like a couple weeks down the road and like a couple months, maybe you'll still be able to get one.
That's what they have to do. They don't have to like have a crazy amount of stock day one. They just have to keep getting them in.
But what I really took from this was the fact that I don't know if Virtual Console is probably coming out in the first half of next year, even because if they plan on making a bunch of SNES Classics and reviving NES Classic in the summer, does that mean we're not getting a Virtual Console?
Well,
because they're just like buy these.
Yeah, there's something they announced during the Direct that tells me that they're not doing virtual.
Yeah,
but if
we'll
you want
get
to
to
wait
that.
till the if you wanna
Yeah,
till
we'll
the
wait to that because it's a good conversation to have.
But yeah,
Overall, it's a
I
good
wasn't
thing.
really I'm not interested in NES or SNES Classics just because I'm waiting for these to come out on Switch.
Right,
So
because like everything else, you
the only
play
thing
it on Switch.
The only thing is, I would maybe like an SNES Classic to try out Star Fox 2, but I don't think it's like $100 worth. So.
Yeah, no, that's something you borrow from a friend. Like if I get one, like I'll let you borrow it.
Let me ask a question. Do you think these NES Classics are going to come with a second controller?
No.
No? They're just going to...
No, because there isn't really a ton of co-op. Like, what did you have that was co-op there? You had
I can't even think
like
of any.
you had Mario Bros, which is just like taking turns with like you can even do that with like
one controller.
yeah.
Do you think it's going to come with a longer cable?
No.
No,
Because you remember they said the reason for that. They said because they based the technology after the original, and so that was literally the maximum core length they could do if they want to emulate it the way they wanted to. So they didn't choose to make it short. They technologically had a restraint that they had to make it that short.
I could see them doing like selling new controllers where they extend the cable.
Yeah, they include an extension cord or something. Yeah,
Yeah, so that way people will spend more money.
Well, people
They did it with the Switch where your grip doesn't come with a charging port.
You can buy it. Remember they had that
The Joy-Con grip.
Yeah.
Well, for EB Games did sell, for example, a third-party, what's it called, extension cable.
Yep.
So I mean, it's fine.
It's just if Nintendo wants to make their own first-party one.
Yeah,
And also, I don't really know about this. I feel like the SNES and NES Classics were. They caught on way more than I thought they ever would have. I thought this was just going to be like a toy, pretty much, just like a Nintendo toy that would go into stores. It's not going to be like people wouldn't have like appealed to it because they would have just been like, oh, I have these games on my Wii U, on my Wii. I'll get them on my Switch one day.
So did Nintendo. That's the funny
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't think that this would blow up this much.
I don't understand either because it's not like this is a new product. I mean, third-party companies have been making these things for God knows how long, and they're better. I mean, you can buy an NES Classic with like 200 games on it.
But that's illegal.
I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah,
you know
but
what
you
I'm saying?
can't. But you can't go into like a Best Buy and get that.
Yeah.
They're not like advertising.
the thing, yeah.
This is the thing. It is meant for like the old, like the
Or-
like
Yeah,
the
the general
40-year-olds
yeah,
who are
the
like, I
general
had this when
consumer.
I was a kid. My
Yeah.
son had this when he was a kid. I'm just gonna buy this for him. But
Both the Atari and Sega Genesis were available like that. They sold them in
yeah,
stores.
there's like the Sega flashback, I think, whatever it was.
I don't remember what it, but it
But
had like
Nintendo
200
has
it
a
has-
way
yeah.
bigger nostalgic hold on
No, I'm
gamers.
Just wait
than
until
others.
this new Atari console comes out. We'll see.
I'm just saying, like,
Remember
it
that?
is,
The one
it is
that's
a
got
thing.
the powerful keyboard
Yeah.
with the PS4 and the Xbox
So,
One. Yeah,
yeah,
that
we'll
one.
see.
Yeah.
Quick
You
30.
play Pong 3D graphics.
Yeah, Pitfall.
That would be hard, actually.
I know that's a joke.
Quick 30 seconds. 30-second rant here.
I'll time this.
I actually absolutely hate the fact that the NES Classic and SNES Classic are so popular with older people, especially because these people don't know what the fuck they're buying. They're just buying, oh, you could play Mario, and then they play it once and never play it again. Like, fuck off. Let people actually buy this product.
That's what humans do.
I'm
though.
just saying.
That's-
You know what I'm saying. You know
That's
this-
what I did though.
That's
I
what
bought it and I played
gamers
it.
do that all the time.
I'm just
like-
saying. No, it's just like, fine, but these are people who don't associate or, video games are stupid and a waste of time, blah, 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 whatever. But you're fucking buying it. What do you mean?
The people who want to buy it though want to do the same thing.
I'm just saying. But you know what I'm
the
saying,
world
right?
sucks, yeah.
Like, it creates such a demand for nothing, and people get involved in things they shouldn't, and blah blah blah, and whatever.
Well, going into psychology a little bit, I think everybody will agree that humans want what they can't have.
yes,
And once you have it, it's not that exciting anymore.
I know. All right, it's fine.
Nothing about psychology.
30 seconds
That was
done.
actually 50 seconds.
Nah, nobody cares.
All right, Nintendo Direct time.
Yeah, Nintendo Direct.
Let's
time.
start
So
with the most
on-
important stuff.
on
3DS.
Wednesday,
Yes.
September 13th.
the 13th. Which is-
September 14th in Australia.
Okay, cool. So on Tuesday, on the 13th, Nintendo held a Nintendo Direct for the first time in God knows how long.
April.
Cool. And wait, really? That long? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of interesting
What?
things.
There was one in April. Are you sure?
I think it was April where they showed off. They had that one that had Splatoon 2 and ARMS focused in it, and
When
they
was
announced a bunch
the
of
ARMS
shit.
Direct?
When was the ARMS Direct?
It was
I
in
think
like June, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was early June.
Yeah,
but that was just ARMS, but
No,
they did
yeah.
have one where
And they had that only Fire Emblem one in the beginning of the year.
who cares?
basically.
Triggered.
Anyway,
Then
so
they had the Nindies highlight like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember whatever anyways. Continue.
so
then
we
they had E3,
we are going to start with
PSX,
the 3DS.
Tokyo Game Show, Paris Games Week, Space World, CES.
I apologize in advance for Marcus.
Apple had their event.
No Miyamoto on stage. Sad.
We're going to start with the 3DS.
Gamescom.
There you go.
Just keep going and stop.
We're going to start with the 3DS here for the Direct. That's what they started with, so that's what we're going to start with too.
These are just the highlights, by the way.
Yeah, to run it through super quickly so you don't have to sit 45 minutes watching something that I know half of you don't care about anyway. There's a Pokeball edition new 2DS XL coming out on November 3rd. It looks like a Pokeball.
That was cool.
Man, when
It's
I
got,
saw
like-
that, I was like, kids are going to love that.
I do
It's
enjoy
got
it.
like little grooves in it too. It's not just like a decal on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big hit
Big
for
hit.
Nintendo.
Oh, I do
Good
enjoy
idea.
it.
Especially with the...
And yeah, it makes sense it's a 2DS XL because they had the Metroid one, which is a 3DS XL, and I think more people who will buy Metroid, like today when this podcast comes out, they're like Metroid is more of like a core franchise, and those people still have 3DS, new 3DSs. Well, Pokeball ones appeal to everyone.
Exactly.
Pokemon appeals to everyone.
Nintendo knew what they were doing over after all.
Orange and white versions of the new 2DS XL are also coming to North America October 6th.
He's going out of order again. Marcus get mad at him.
I would be mad, but like for this part, I'm just going to put a picture of the Nintendo Direct logo.
It looks like looks like a sherbet. Or
it looks like a creamsicle.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean, they did show it off in the original trailer.
But I don't know what time. I don't know what date this is coming out on. What is it? October 6th?
Okay,
okay, that's different. I was gonna say if this came out the same day as the Pokeball one, like who's gonna buy the orange?
Comes out the same day as Lady Layton.
Speaking of which,
I didn't put it in.
You didn't put it in? Okay, we'll talk about that quick. That looks really pretty cool.
Anyway,
have you ever played a Layton?
No, but I know you've suggested them to me, so I might pick this one up.
Anyway,
I don't know how much it is. Do you know how much it is?
Probably
like 40, 50.
No, they increased the price. It's $64.99 now.
God damn it.
Canadian.
No, Canada.
They increased the prices. Yeah, I know.
Maybe I'll wait for a price drop then.
Let's just move to Brazil. Let's pay like $800 for it.
That sounds way better.
Australia is expensive too.
Yeah. I remember a story that in Brazil they just released like the Sega Genesis or like re-released it now or something about that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's why they like hold on to like PS2s for like until now because things are expensive.
Yep. Anyways.
Yeah. So a new Kirby.
That was the Kirby that they teased forever. That no one had. It
was supposed to come later this year.
Yeah, pushed to January.
Yeah.
January 19th.
What was it called?
It's called Kirby Battle Royale.
Yeah.
When he was explaining it, because I wasn't actually physically watching the Direct, I was listening to it because I was driving at the time.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. Just the way he was explaining it sounded really funny. Where Kirby's going to race himself, and then Kirby's going to race himself,
and
Kirby's going to battle himself,
and then you got to prove who's the best Kirby.
Yeah.
It looks like to me. It looks like Four Swords Kirby edition.
Yeah, that's a great reference. Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Yeah. We don't. I don't know how I feel about it. I have to physically see it because again, I didn't see it. I was listening to it. It's just the way he was saying it sounded really funny to me. So, but yeah. Put in a clip.
It's Kirby.
Put in a clip on that part. Go find the part of the Direct where he goes.
The video will get taken down. It's Nintendo.
It's like you have 15 seconds of fair use. You're fine.
Oh, I don't think that's how fair use works.
It is. What do you mean? You have 15 seconds of audio.
Let's
you're
not
fine.
get into this. Go.
Oh, here we go.
CS:GO. What?
Yeah, stop it. Big announcement here. Minecraft is available for the new 3DS XL. Yep. It became available after the Direct finished around 7 o'clock on EST. On Tuesday.
That's so random.
It's on One Shop.
Doesn't that feel random to you guys?
No.
Like,
well, it's Minecraft. It's huge.
Right, it's Minecraft. It's huge, but like, it's so random. 3DS.
I think new 3DS too. It's not
new
even
3DS.
All of them.
Oh, it's actually exclusive. Wow, so it's the second exclusive game for the new 3DS after Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah. It's Minecraft. You can play with your friends and stuff, and it comes with 5 skin packs or some shit. I don't know.
It'll appeal, but yeah, I feel like it was really out of the blue for it's like it shouldn't be because it's Minecraft and it's one of the best selling games ever. But I'm surprised that they would actually do it here because I see how the Vita version runs and it's not really that great. So,
but that's the Vita.
The 3DS would be worse.
The 3DS would be way worse.
It'd be like running it on like a calcalculator. In fact, I think a calculator could run it better.
I've read some pretty impressive calculators.
And probably could run Minecraft a lot better than the 3DS.
It's fine. A lot of people are excited about this one. I know for a fact. This new thing that they announced. I'm going to clarify something because yes, I've already had somebody tell me and they got mixed up with this. Okay. Nintendo is taking the top 100 mini games from Mario Party out of all the 10 Mario Parties that ever come out, and they're putting them into one game.
Well, not all Mario Parties. Just
there's been Mario Party DS.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Mario Party Island Tour.
Yeah.
Mario Party Game Boy 1 that I don't know.
Mario Parties 1 through 10.
You're right.
Anyway,
fuck 9 and 10. I suppose.
Anyway, they're throwing them into the a new game for the 3DS. Somebody already said, "Oh my god, they're bringing all the Mario parties to Switch." I mean, they're to the 3DS. I looked at them. I'm like, "You're an idiot." No, and then I had to explain it to them.
Matt,
so it is.
You were very offended by that.
People don't listen. People don't listen.
I know, man. I'm sorry. Well, a couple of things for this. Number one, it actually is not. I thought when they announced it during the Direct, it looked like it was just the mini games and there was no boards. But apparently, they said there are boards too.
Who said that? I thought it was.
I saw that.
Where?
I don't remember where.
I think it's only mini games.
I heard it was boards. I think it was Andre Seekers from Game Explain said it. Check his Twitter feed after this is done, or right now. I don't care. I'm just saying there are boards in this game, but they didn't show it, which is weird. First of all,
okay, continue.
And number two, why is this not on Switch?
Right?
Well, okay, I think
Why? Just explain to me the reason why you would release this on 3DS.
If there
and
are
Switch.
like actual boards, I don't know if it would be like actual Mario Party style, or there's like a brand new type of thing.
Right, that's
that
the
they're
thing. We
doing
don't
with
know,
it.
but it's not just 100 minigames. It's 100 minigames and some other thing. But they didn't show that at all, which is weird. But I don't know. Maybe there's.
But for me, just taking this as it is, as if it's just the 100 minigames. Yeah, when I first saw this, I'm like, it should come out on Switch because like the Joy-Cons would be perfect for it. Like it matches it
Exactly.
like, extremely well. But then you would get into the situation of like, well, people would buy it and it's like it's not a real Mario Party. It's just I don't want to be playing mini games by myself or like with people because these mini games aren't like they're good when you play them mixed into the board games, not when you're just playing them straight through. That's when they just get like
That's true.
They're like
That's true.
You're playing 30 seconds of like this game where you're just using 2 buttons.
Right, but
it's not that fun
Right,
afterwards.
but I feel like it's too late in the 3DS's lifespan to have a kind of multiplayer game like this. Like if I have that in my pocket right now, who am I going to play with? No one's got a 3DS.
They've been
right
banking on that. That's why like Kirby did it. A bunch like I can't even remember what they revealed last year, or last direct. But a lot of the 3DS games that they've been putting out are just multiplayer games, like even Pokemon.
Weird. I don't know.
Well, then
I think
they're like tens of millions. Of
but
these.
if I brought my Switch like with us tonight, like we could have all played Mario Party together if we had this game. Whereas if I brought my 3DS, Matt could have played, you couldn't have played. Why would you bring your 3DS? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with Mike. It doesn't really make.
I mean, I get it because like the install base is there and everything, and Mario Party is more of a game that, especially the mini games, that suit is more for the 3DS and the 3DS's audience than the Switch's audience. But still, why
I
not
just
on
think
Switch?
they don't want the.
They don't want to kill you.
If they want a Mario Party on Switch, they're going to put a Mario Party,
on
not
Switch.
just
That's
a mini
yeah.
game
So if they
collection.
come out at E3 next year and say, "Here's Mario Party 11," then
That'd be cool.
then I'd understand. Then it'd be totally fine. But this by itself is. But if they had said, "Hey, also here's Mario Party 11 for Switch," then I would be like, "Okay, that makes sense."
Okay, so
Okay.
we're gonna move on to the Switch part of the direct.
Wait, are we? Was that it? Was that all I had?
Yeah,
And so
no, that was it.
Yes. There's that Pokemon Sun and Moon stuff. I don't know if.
Oh, no, I
maybe
mean
it's
like
on
what
top
I
of
put
it.
down. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like that's the only thing.
Mike,
One-
stop talking. Continue. I'm allowing you to go.
Thank you. One more thing. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. They showed us how it's going to be different. It's going to be the same game, except you're going to find your starters differently.
Get a forest of Pikachu's. Pikachu.
I don't
Cool.
know. It's stupid. Anyway, moving on. I'm not buying it.
I like Pokemon, but I didn't really like Sun and Moon that much, and
I didn't
know.
play. I didn't finish it. I got bored.
I'm not a fan of the 3DS version. I like either X and Y or Sun and Moon.
I enjoyed X and Y.
They're not that I didn't like them; they're okay, but they're just way too freaking easy. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why does your phone keep doing this? It's really annoying. It keeps going black.
Who, me?
Because
I know you have it the setting, but why?
why not? All right, moving on. So, moving on to the Switch portion of it. First thing they started with was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Has a release date. It was December 1st.
They did it. They got it this year. Well, so far.
we'll
I'm
see.
guaranteeing it's not going to be this year.
I don't know.
There's still a
They gave
possibility.
a date.
Yeah, I feel like it will come out this year. Not like I was really hesitant. I was totally like on the camp of this is not coming out this year. But the fact that they had an entire section, an entire segment for it,
yeah.
and they went on a fucking like way too long.
Way too long.
Like this
think
man
we can
almost
all
put me to
agree.
sleep. This narrator.
Yeah.
So this has to be coming this year. With them focusing entirely, like putting out of the 3 games they had individual like big segments for, this was the longest one, and it has to be coming this year.
And also, I believe Xenoblade Chronicles X released in December as well. So they have a precedent for releasing games
because
in December. So
they know if they put it in October or
it'll get
November,
buried.
and also like
Yeah.
it has a very niche audience, and with it even being on the Switch, which won't have as many titles coming to it as PS4 and Xbox One, like AAA titles.
Yeah.
Like people will, with it being separate from everything else, I think it'll work to its benefit.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how big of a how much they're like spending time on it. I guess it does better than everybody thinks, but
Well, I feel like they probably pulled like what they did with Splatoon and took like the engine from like the
for
first
sure,
one
for sure.
and just like expanded upon it,
yeah, for sure, no doubt about that.
Guaranteed.
which is why it's coming out so soon.
Right?
Yeah, that is true.
So it shocked us all. You know?
But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they just delayed it. So,
it could. You never know.
it's fine. ARMS update. That weekly segment for
Lola
ARMS.
Pops coming in.
It's like ARMS or Overwatch. Which one are you going to get? This
Honestly,
week?
though, there's an ARMS update out now, and Splatoon 2 update actually coming out today.
So the ARMS one has Lola Pop, the stage,
Yeah.
and the customizable controllers.
Yes.
Controls, not controllers. I don't really care about the customizable stuff. Like, I'll just play it the way you designed it. And Lollipop seems cool. I'll definitely try her out at some point.
Yeah, I tried her out. I don't know if I should talk about it now or talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it now.
Yeah, I'll talk about it now.
Yeah, go for it.
She's a cool character. I'm not a fan of her actual arms. They're not that good, in my opinion. But her ability...
They're like helixes, right? Like similar, kind of like useless.
Like her nunchuck arm is like really slow. And and the other ones are pretty much just variations on previous arms. But her ability is really cool, where you can actually block and walk at the same time. So that's how she turns into that big balloon. It's her shield, and she can move back and forth, and it actually is pretty helpful. And same when she dodges in midair, when she does that dodge dash, she turns into the balloon again and just bounces. She does like a little bounce, and it's pretty cool. So she's a cool character. I don't think she has the same like not over the top personality, but like same resonance as the other characters did when they first launched. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try her out eventually. But I don't think, from what you described, I don't think I'm gonna play her like playing as her. Yeah. I still like the Ninjara. I like him a lot. She's
just like kind of basic.
All right, that's cool. And Splatoon 2.
Yeah, so they're putting in the Kelp Dome. You guys probably don't remember that from the first Splatoon
map.
Yeah, I like that map. I can see why they brought it back. They did a new map as well. I like what they did with this map was pretty cool. They have the two sides are separated by a river, and the other way to get across is by jumping over as a squid.
But can't they swim?
No, they can't. Wings. You die if you land in the water.
That makes sense.
So it's pretty cool. It's a good idea.
This game has shattered reality.
Back to reality.
There goes gravity.
They've evolved.
Mom's spaghetti.
Marcus got it. My knees are weak. I have vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
Okay.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Sit down, man. Sit down.
All right, let's go before we lose ourselves in the moment.
That's the second time I've done that with another group of people. Moving on.
Too bad. If it was just you and Mike, he wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I'd been like, "What the hell are you saying?"
No, I know. Lynn revealed for Fire Emblem Warriors.
So I don't know if you guys saw the leak for Fire Emblem Warriors that happened a few days ago. No. There was apparently the last 5 characters were released in an artwork thing.
The 4 Great Nations?
No.
I was going to say 5 Great
Nations.
And
Lynn was one of the characters that was leaked, and everybody's like, oh, this is fake. There's no way Lynn's coming to the game because she's not in the Shadow Dragon Fates or Awakening.
She's not a popular kid right now.
Wasn't she on the GameCube?
Isn't she an assist trophy in Smash Bros?
I
think she is.
I don't think Smash. Anyways, so it's kind of surprising she's there, but like everybody loves her. She's a huge fan favorite in the Fire Emblem community, so it makes sense for them to bring her in. But it begs the question of if they're going to go outside of those 3 games that they always said they'd stay within, like what else are they going to bring?
Yeah, Lynn's my favorite. She's my favorite Fire Emblem character.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, clearly you've never met Azura because she is the best.
I love Lynn. I just love what she stands for.
Okay, shut up. Anyways, yeah.
Does she fight for her friends?
Yeah, she fights for her friends.
I was waiting for that.
She's really feeling it.
That's Schultz.
Is she feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
The hell?
Oh, let's just move on.
Sorry, it's memeing too much. Anyway. Oh, here we go.
Let's go. Next.
We need to do a podcast where we're drinking. That'd be great. Mike's going to sniff alcohol and fall off his chair.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, well, you can't ride a bike either. What can I tell you?
Or swim.
Well.
Or put his shoes on.
Yeah.
That I can do.
Can you tie laces?
Go to a doctor.
Yeah. Go to a doctor.
There's a flying.
Yeah,
I know. Snipper Clips
Fourth member.
Plus Cut It Out is coming.
Cut It Out Together.
Cut It Out Together. It's coming out November 10th. It's the original game with brand new content and features. A physical version of the game will come out sometime in the future.
So it's kind of like a mix of a sequel and a DLC pack.
It's pretty much the main game with a DLC pack.
Yeah, but I mean, you can also think of it as a sequel.
It's like a Game of the Year edition, pretty much.
Right. And I don't know if you saw, they also allowed you to redo the old stages, but I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Yeah. Like, I wanted it originally, never got it because I really didn't have anybody to play with. But now that you guys have Switches, maybe I'll pick it up and I'll bring it here and we can play it.
I'm very down for that.
Do it one of you guys buy it so I don't have to.
Nice.
I'll bite the bullet on that one.
Perfect. Let's see what else here. So the Switch is getting its first MOBA, Arena of Valor. If you want to look at this, if you want to look at what this looks like, I want you to go to twitch.tv/Bob
Ross.
No, twitch.tv/browse. You're gonna hit the second game. It's called League of Legends. I shit you not, it's like art style and everything. It's just
It's a MOBA.
no, it's not that. It's just a lot of games, especially mobile games for your phone. I don't know how they get away with it, but everything looks identical.
No, trust me. When I was watching the gameplay of this, I'm like, okay, so it's that game.
I just put it on here because, well, it's big news that it's there's a mobile coming.
I know
Switch,
it's really big.
I know
in
Matt's a
Japan,
mobile nerd. So.
Yeah, but I wouldn't play it.
It's
Are
big
you
in
sure?
Japan. Yeah.
Are you going to try the beta? Because there's a beta coming.
I'll
Isn't it a free beta?
I'll probably try the beta because it's free, but it's not something I'd buy.
Yeah.
MOBAs are very complex. I mean, I want to see how it's adapted to it. Like, for example, like they brought what's it called?
Smite
to
Yeah,
the
I
Xbox,
played that on Xbox.
but that's a different kind of MOBA, right? I mean, that's your third person character in a battle arena. Technically, yes, it's a MOBA because it's multiplayer online battle arena.
But
got them lanes.
But a game like League of Legends or Dota 2 are super, super complicated in the mechanics and the skills because it's top-down view.
Wouldn't it also work better with a keyboard and mouse? That's what I would think.
Smite?
Well, no, I'm talking about MOBAs.
Any MOBA, keyboard and mouse. Like, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you can adapt it with a controller for Smite because it's like that third person. It's basically like
controlling the camera.
Assassin's Creed's, something like that looks third person. You control your character. You're going. You're just hanging out, having fun. That's what you're doing, right? Everything else, it would be too difficult, and there's not enough buttons. So
I'm interested to see when this comes out how it plays, or how it plays and how well it does. Like if they'll have a continued, like who knows if this beta will be something they continue or if it's just like a week or I don't know. It is Tencent and they're a pretty big Asian company. I don't know. Yeah, like they're one of the fucking like the biggest Chinese companies ever. So for them to like be putting this in the Switch, it's pretty cool.
When I said it looks like League of Legends, it's not because it's a MOBA. No. I mean like
art style.
It physically looks just like a ripped off version of League of Legends. I don't know how they do it, but apparently every company can make one of these games because that look almost identical. Like for example, in Smite, because this is the biggest thing, the shop windows and everything, they're identical to each other. Items and whatnot, like item pictures, are identical. So I was just like, how do you get away with that?
I feel like if they what's it called again? Valor Arena? The game? Arena Valor. Yeah. I feel like if they pull like what they did on the Wii U with like Ubisoft games and like Bayonetta, where they had some Nintendo themed items in it, and what they're doing with Rocket League now, I feel like people would actually be tempted to go in and try it because it's got like a hint of Nintendo in there. I feel like if they did that, you'd get more people to try out this beta and try out the game, and thus selling more.
But I don't think Nintendo's walking around giving away their stuff. I don't think Arena Valor is big enough to them to warrant it.
Well, they put it in.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think so.
But
anyways, it's possible.
I know we had freaking Mario characters and Zelda characters and Scribblenauts.
Yeah, well,
I can't debate that. Anyway, sir,
we had Mario in that NBA Jam, or there was an NBA game on GameCube that Mario Luigi.
Yeah, where he was with who was his name? Shaquille O'Neal, right?
Mm.
Yeah, the
Shaq,
tiny man.
When the hell's Shaq Fu coming out? Legend Reborn.
I'm really excited for that game.
Remember, they like had that Kickstarter, and there hasn't been a word of it since.
Mm-hmm. You're seeing what I'm seeing, right? So I went to go look for the beta date.
They haven't sent anything.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this is a game on the Android store. I'm not.
Well, it's
kidding.
Tencent, so
I'm just saying. Like this is. Yeah. Look, it's a game that's already out on the Android store for free.
We'll see if it's free to play then.
If it's free to play, maybe I'll download it once. If not, no.
As opposed to downloading it twice.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Gotta find out if it's naughty or nice.
All right. That's fine.
Next up.
Make fun of me. I don't care.
Lots of Bethesda stuff coming up next.
Oh, good, because Skyrim hasn't been released 9 times already. 11, 11, 11. Remember, it was the ultimate wish. Somebody was like, "I wish Skyrim would come out again." Yeah, it came out again,
and it is on November 17th on Switch.
Are you buying it, Mike?
I have it on PS4.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Did you even play it?
I got it for my birthday.
Go play it. Oh
Happy
my god,
birthday.
I haven't played it.
It's good.
That was a long time ago.
When's your birthday again?
November, so it was like literally 10 months ago.
Yeah, I just realized that. Oh man.
Yeah. So
good segue, by the way.
You're welcome.
More from Bethesda. This actually shocked me, and I think this shocked you as well.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Right.
So Bethesda decides they're gonna bring Doom and Wolfenstein 2 to the Switch,
like
respectively.
We should do this one separately because I mean these are two different games. But like Doom to start, like that's a really big like I feel like test for them, because like Doom is not a game you associate with Nintendo, right? Like think about Doom and think about Nintendo games, and like they're totally different. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how well this game does.
Yeah, and then Wolfenstein 2, we played at E3, all three of us. Got that free milkshake. Mike
Got
did
that
it.
nice 6-hour wait time.
It was 5 hours actually. Thanks. I got a lot of Zelda done that day. Anyway,
Yeah, I can't believe both of these are coming. Well, yeah,
Right?
Doom Holiday and then
Like-
Wolfenstein next year.
Yeah.
These are like current generation games. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm excited that they're getting it. I don't think with them announcing that Wolfenstein 2 is coming to Switch later, I'll probably still end up getting it on PS4 because
Yeah.
I want to play it immediately.
That's fair.
I'm just wondering, will people play this? Because Doom even has its online and everything. It's not like a gimped version of the game. However, I don't know if this is just like Bethesda is doubling down, or Nintendo and Bethesda made a deal to make this happen. Because I remember with the Switch reveal event, or not reveal event, but the Switch event in January this year, you had Todd Howard there, the video from him talking about they're excited to bring Skyrim and maybe other Bethesda stuff. So I would think if Bethesda were to do anything, it would be like Fallout Shelter or even like a Fallout 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know do you guys think this is Bethesda on like themselves being like, we're going to double down on this and we believe in it, or if it's like Nintendo paid us the big bucks to like port these two
I
over?
can see it being either, but I'm kind of leaning towards it being Bethesda.
Yeah,
because
kinda
I don't
too.
see Nintendo like convincing Bethesda to put
Yeah.
on Wolfenstein 2 if Bethesda doesn't believe it's going to
Yeah.
work. I mean, like it probably took a lot of work for them to port it to Switch. I mean, like say what you want about the hardware, like it's different from the PS4 and Xbox One, so it took probably a lot of time for them to port this game. And we don't even know if they're doing it. They could have exported it to a different studio
Yeah.
too. But either way, like you don't do that if you don't believe it's going to do well, right? Bethesda would never spend the money on it. So I'm definitely leaning towards it being Bethesda saying, hey, this is selling well. Hey, we see a lot of excitement for Skyrim on Switch. Let's see what Wolfenstein 2
I'm
does.
just so shocked that we're in a world now where we have more word on Bethesda games and a Rockstar game on a Nintendo platform than like Activision or
Yeah.
EA.
If you had guessed that, if you had put money on that like 2 years ago, you'd be a very rich man right now.
yeah.
Very rich.
I mean, you'd expect something like you said, Fallout Shelter,
Yeah.
or even the Elder
Fallout
Scrolls.
3. Or yeah, like
Elder Scrolls
Morrowind,
Legends,
Oblivion.
Legends,
Oh,
the
the
card
Legend,
game
yeah.
that
Yeah.
came out on the Switch, right? I mean, and I know it's free to play, but at the same time, it's something you just download, play on the go on your Switch and whatnot, right? But
We're pretty much like beating around the bush, but like a fucking non-current generation game.
Right, yeah.
Like-
Not a game that literally hasn't come
Yeah.
out yet. Like, again, no one was expecting that.
it really, I heard it and I'm like, wait,
And
excuse
I'm,
me?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if when this comes out, are we just kind of a Wii U situation where nobody buys Mass Effect 3 or Batman Arkham City because they played them months ago?
That's the risk, definitely.
Yeah.
But like for me, Wolfenstein 2 works because
I-
I haven't played Wolfenstein first one yet, so I'm probably gonna play that one first, and maybe hopefully by the time I play it, Wolfenstein 2 will be out for Switch.
Yeah.
But you never know, right? I don't know.
I feel like the Switch is such a different platform for this that people might be willing to take a chance, and people might be excited that it's on there, because Activision is kind of like missing out on not having, because the Switch doesn't have a first-person shooter on it, like a big one, and there's no Call of Duty World War II or Destiny 2, even though I never would have guessed that to be there.
Not
anyways.
a million years.
So I'm like super shocked, because it's not even just like Wolfenstein 2 that just has single player, like Doom, the entire multiplayer suite's coming there too. So
And overall, though, really cool to see Nintendo getting a third-party support. We say it all the time when we talk about Nintendo consoles. They need third party, and they're getting it.
They're getting it, but Nintendo fans don't buy third-party games all that much.
Right.
We'll see if
Which is the thing,
we'll see
right?
if it actually like turns out for them.
Which is why I want to buy these things on a Switch, just to vote with my wallet.
I
as
wasn't a
say.
fan of what I played of Doom. I don't know if I'd like give it
Yeah,
a
no.
second chance and play it there. But Wolfenstein 2, I'm getting on PS4, and I don't.
Yeah,
think
you
I'd
played
wanna
that
wait.
demo on Xbox One for Doom, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
or on PA somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I played it demo too. I didn't like it either. I won't get it for Switch either. But I mean, Wolfenstein 2, if it comes out early enough in 2018, where after I've played Wolfenstein 1 and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for the second one. If it's out, I'll get it on Switch. If I can, I'd rather get it on Switch.
And it'll also be a testament to see, like, we have to wait and see when, like, review copies and stuff come out if these things actually run well.
Well, yeah, they're going to run definitely less, but just how worse.
We'll see. I think Bethesda might, like, I think they'll do a good job of, like, enhancing it or, like, making it good enough specific for the Switch, because, like, Skyrim and, like, Fallout, those games have, like, a certain level of jank to them, and those are, like, the Bethesda Softworks games. Well, this is id and Machine Games.
Yeah.
So you can't really have like frame rate dips or like a bunch of jank in these games. Like they're pretty polished with Doom and Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's like you enter the Korok Forest and your game becomes a slideshow.
Yeah.
Talked about that last week, yeah.
You played, little side note, you played The New Order, Wolfenstein The New
love
Order.
that game, man.
And then did you play The Old Blood as well?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I love both of them. It's one of my favorite games of this generation. It's so good.
It was last generation.
This generation. Oh, it was both? Or did it come out on...
I don't think it came on Xbox One.
I said this
What?
generation. What are you talking about?
I don't think it came on Xbox One.
I played on PS4.
You did?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
I'm very sure.
What are you talking about?
I didn't think
He's talking about
Wolfenstein came out on PS4.
Yeah, he's got it right there.
Okay.
You mean these?
Okay, those are re-releases. Don't give me that.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm clearly wrong. My apologies. Because I have an Xbox One too, but I thought I bought an Xbox One digitally, but I thought it was.
This is a whole there's a already an Xbox Elite console out there situation. All right, let's
At least I'm
continue.
admitting I'm wrong this time. Anyways, move on, sir. Stop peeling
Are
off
you
the stickers.
opening it?
No.
Oh,
He's peeling off the
I thought it was
stickers.
like still
on.
sealed.
I'm peeling off stickers.
Well, I'll take over the next thing.
Cool.
The next thing that's coming out. Oh, this is what we were mentioning before with the arcade. Arcade archives. So the first one is Mario Bros. On September 27th. So it's not like what they usually did before with a virtual console, where it's like the NES version. This is the arcade version. And they said the other games they mentioned versus Super Mario Brothers, versus Balloon Fight, versus Ice Climber, versus Pinball, versus Clue Clue Land, and Punch Out. So, what does this mean?
It means that we don't want to put our virtual console out yet. So here's what not a lot of you asked for, but we'll probably buy anyways,
Right?
Because it reminds you of a classic Nintendo.
Exactly. I think this is the first sign that virtual console might not be coming.
Well, at least not soon.
But like that's the thing, right? I think Nintendo is saying to themselves, maybe we need to do something different. They've done virtual console on the Wii. They did it on the Wii U. Maybe the sales on the Wii U were really low, and they think, maybe it's better we kind of remix it up and do other things like this arcade archives or the NES Classic, SNES Classic. So it kind of raises my eyebrow. I don't know.
On average, how much specifically were those games a piece?
They were like
on virtual console.
They would go from $5, $7.
The NES ones were
for, like,
$5-6. Yeah, and the SNES ones were like $8 to $10.
So where can you
or
make
even more sometimes?
Where can you make more
sometimes.
money? You can just put them into shitty ports in a group like this, sell it for $60, $70, or buying or having people spend $7 on each game.
What do you mean shitty ports? What are you
Are you
talking
talking
about?
about NES Classic?
Are you shoving? No. So what I'm saying is you just shove ports together and make a game and you sell it for $60.
Yeah, but they're not doing that.
Or that's what that is.
No, the
it's not.
archives are individual.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. That's why the Mario Bros is coming out whenever
September 27th,
Yeah.
and the rest of them didn't get release dates.
Yeah.
I apologize. I thought it was one
So,
big game.
we still got to
That's
see
weird.
how much these things are. I feel
Yeah,
like if
they
they're
announced
any
it.
more than like $5, people will probably be pretty upset.
I can't see them being more than $10 max. $10
10.
max. Even 10 would be a risk for them. I think.
Canadian
I think the sweet
100.
spot is $6. So yeah.
Ultra Street Fighter sold for $50 and people
Yeah.
bought it. So
Yeah, but-
don't give me these things are going to be $30 to $40 a piece.
I would
Ultra
make
Street
a-
Fighter 2,
I would make
the
a steak
final
for
challengers
$3.
had that awesome first-person motion control Hadouken mode.
That didn't work.
Hadouken! I would bet you, I don't know, a McDonald's meal that you're wrong on that.
What?
That they'll be
gonna
$10 or less. And you think they'll be 30
All right,
40.
I'll take that.
Wait,
I'll
who's
take
betting
that.
what?
So I'm betting it's going to be $10 or less. He's saying between 30 and 40. Or actually, what do you want?
I'm saying, you know what?
What's your favorite?
We'll do this. I'm gonna go between. I'm gonna say above $20
Okay.
individually, and you're saying under 10 individually. Fair.
Deal.
And if it's in the middle, then I get whatever you guys
Shut
get.
up. You get nothing. Okay, anybody else got anything else to say on that topic? Or are we going to move on?
Yeah, I'll probably buy the Punch-Out one, but none of the others.
If they bring some Zelda ones, which I doubt, since none of those are in arcades. Sad. Anyways, next topic. The Breath of the Wild amiibo got release date, November 10th. But like we mentioned before, no word on the DLC pack.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were talking before we started recording, maybe the DLC pack got pushed to
Yeah,
2018.
it's not coming this year.
Don't say that,
I
Marcus.
feel
It's
it.
not coming this year.
You know what? Like,
They were
I
like-
totally understand why. It totally makes sense. I can totally see it happening, but I really, really don't want it to happen.
Yeah, it's
This
not
game
coming
was
out this year.
delayed a good 98 times. You think the DLC won't have the same treatment?
And it's just... I was really excited for
No,
it.
you want to know why? They have to be creative again, and they're panicking.
And I also think it's part of the fact that they've got a lot coming out for a Switch.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't
Violent
think
Warriors, Odyssey.
they don't want to take away the spotlight from Odyssey
Yeah.
or Xenoblade.
Yeah, if you release this in like March or something, you'll have something for March while also not taking away Odyssey. So yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, damn.
But
I
even
really want
those
Zelda.
Champion Amiibo after playing the game, those look real cool. I really want those.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely gonna get those.
That Daruk, Mifa, Bird Boy.
Did you like Mifa's voice? How annoying was that, Mark?
Daruk's protection is ready. Let's get ready to roll.
What's Urbosa's? It's like, oh.
Urbosa's Gale, Urbosa's Fury is now ready.
Yeah, something
All his Gale is ready.
I heard that one a good 8 times
yeah.
every hour because I used it so much.
Yep. That was my favorite part of that game, just hearing them re-saying that over and over.
Mifa's Grace, he's
ready.
Sometimes it would happen when I'm not expecting it and it would fucking freak me out a bit. I'd be like, where did this voice come from?
Okay, well, I was going to ask you a question about the voice acting, but I guess we'll save that till after anyways.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Perfect. So there's more gameplay shown of Square Enix's project Octopath Traveler.
Working title.
Man. I hope they just keep it because the name is like an abomination and I love it.
Right. Octopath
It
Traveler.
is scheduled to release in 2018. There is a demo of the game available now.
I downloaded the demo, haven't played it yet, but I'm
On
super
which
excited.
system?
On what?
On which system, sir?
On Switch. The
Exclusive
one.
to Switch. It's exclusive.
People need to know.
We'll see if it is.
It
But-
seems like a classic JRPG. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
that's
the
something.
art style got me like super hyped. It
Yeah,
looks
I
so
do like
cool.
the art style, but-
They describe it as 2D HD.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
it's HD.
Or
Should I go
HD 2D.
download this? Or?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you have the
Do you like JRPGs?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not a huge fan of JRPGs, so like I'm probably not. I'm not
very,
that interested.
I'm very like picky with the ones I like, but this looks classic and like simple enough, and just the art style just looks so beautiful. Like I really want to try it out, and I'll probably try it either when I get home or tomorrow. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I'll talk about it next
It's
week.
difficult as a free demo. That's always
Octopath Traveler.
working title. Project. Don't forget the project. Project Octopath Traveler.
And I'm also surprised that they're releasing a demo this early, but they did say they want people to like give them feedback. So
Right.
I still don't see this coming out for like maybe until spring or summer of next year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Kirby Switch game has a title. I'm excited.
Kirby Star Ally.
Kirby Star Allies, and it's scheduled for spring 2018. Probably something I'll actually end up buying. So
It's Kirby.
Yeah.
Release the Kirby's.
Yeah,
cool.
looks cool. They had see that buff DDD. Swole, man.
Someone, I don't know who it was, but someone on Twitter they photoshopped it on top. Like I don't know what the name is, but the Hindu god that has like all the arms.
Yeah.
So they photoshopped it on top of the body. It looks great.
So we don't offend anybody. We're not going to even trying to.
That's not offending anybody.
No,
That's
just
not
you got the
anybody.
wrong name. People get upset.
That's why I didn't say name.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Goro from Mortal Kombat.
He's not
Shiva.
Okay.
Ganesh.
Actually, okay.
That's not wrong.
I.
Uncharted Lost Legacy, man. Taught me all about the Hindu gods.
What about World Religions in grade 11?
What was her name? Oh my god, what was that
Don't
teacher's
say
name?
it. We'll talk
What
about it
was
later.
that teacher's name?
I remember her name. Don't worry about it.
I don't remember her name.
Starts with a V.
I know. I'm not believing. I don't
No,
want
it
to.
didn't.
Yes, it did.
It did. I'll say it later. But yeah, buff DDD looks cool. But Star Allies, are you actually gonna buy this?
I have to see it first.
I have a feeling like if I were to get it, it would just be because it's like in a quote unquote drought of Switch games, and I just want something to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Kirby's are cool, but they're also like really simple.
No, I know.
And but the Kirby's that they've been doing recently have had a lot of new mechanics. They like focus on like 1 or 2 new mechanics. Even like the 3DS one that's coming out, which I already forgot the name of.
Battle Brawl? No.
Battle Boys. We just talked
Battle
about-
Royale.
Yeah.
We were just talking.
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, but yeah.
Nice.
Kirby looks cool. It looks like Kirby. It looks like it'll be good.
Kirby.
And Kirby.
Oh, before you get into the last thing, I want to say that they mentioned Rocket League quickly, and
Yeah.
they said holiday 2018. And I don't know if you
2018?
remember- No, 2017. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know if you remember, but E3 they said fall 2017. So it got pushed back to holiday. And
Like,
so when
welcome
I
to
saw
video
that,
games, they get delayed.
I know, but I'm saying maybe that flips to 2018.
I don't know. I could easily see it being this year or next year, but
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters when that comes out.
Agreed.
It'll
Totally
sell.
agree.
It'll sell.
Yeah, totally agree.
gangbusters.
I'm just saying, you obviously want to play a game now than later, especially a game that
Because even Nintendo's pushing that as like one of their own too.
yeah.
So I've been waiting this whole podcast to make this point. Remember a few podcasts ago where you guys gave me so much shit for saying there's going to be a Mario Odyssey bundle?
I don't remember that.
All right,
remember
cool.
that.
Anyway, a bunch of new Mario Odyssey footage is shown off, and Nintendo also announced a Switch bundle, including a digital version of the game, new Red Joy-Con, and a Mario Odyssey carrying case. Fuck both of you.
You know, they I don't know if you saw the price for it. It's $380 American.
It's pretty much the price of the game and everything together.
Is it though? Is it though? Because the Joy-Con. How much is Joy-Con?
Joy-Con come with the Switch.
Yeah, but with the Switch.
Right.
That's included in
Okay,
the price.
yes, you're right. Sorry. Okay, my point was totally wrong.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a
second time
bundle.
Mike's been wrong this podcast. Nichios.
My bad. So, so yeah, it's a bundle, but I mean, it's basically buying everything separately.
That's pretty much what a bundle is.
No, sometimes you get a deal on bundles.
No, because
yeah, Wii U, perfect example.
No, I mean that's what Nintendo has been doing recently with the Switch. They did it with Splatoon 2 as well.
Yeah,
and a bundle doesn't necessarily mean that you get a discount.
No, I know, I understand that, but shut up.
It's fine. Regardless, we did have this argument. I did say that they were going to come out with one. You both told me no, that I'm stupid.
I kind of remember this. But
I know, I remember the debate, but I don't remember
the reason.
I don't think I would have argued they wouldn't have put it in a bundle.
You did. You said the
no.
reason
I think you might have said that they
Mm-mm.
would do cheaper. I think that's where you might have said. I might have said no
you said why would they put their game in a bundle?
Put it on pause. Listen to the entire show when we talked about this.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember which episode it was, so don't quote me. Anyway, you guys said why would they put it into a bundle, which and throw it into something and give it to you for free or whatever it was. Remember this?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. So you probably said do the same price as a regular bundle and throw the game in.
Again, I don't remember, but
I would have said no to, because then you're giving away the game for free, like you said. Yeah, but this bundle is they're still getting their money.
The carrying case looks really cool, and also I love those red Joy-Con because they're not like neon red and like really bright like the ones they have now. They're like nice, like Mario, like kind of a bit cooler, a bit calmer.
I'm still waiting for that Zelda Joy-Con.
And still no like themed docks. Think we'll ever get those?
No.
Never?
No.
I'll be willing to bet a McDonald's meal by the end of the Switch generation there will be at least one.
You know, I feel like there's so many other things I can customize first, like Joy-Cons, like Pro controllers.
And also we didn't talk about when Xenoblade Chronicles, they have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a Switch Pro controller that's themed.
Yeah.
Much apologies because
I don't know if you saw that.
But it looks cool. Like I don't even like Xenoblade, but that Pro controller I think actually looks pretty cool.
No, I didn't think it looked cool.
I like the...
I didn't see it.
The grips, like, I don't know what you would call them, like the handles, left and right handles are like kind of like burgundy-ish, but like a bit more like pinky. There's like a green like slash in the middle, and the actual font of the buttons are colored. So,
no, not a fan.
It looks cool.
All right.
It's just I think the problem with the Pro controller is it's hard to theme it because there's not really much to work with.
Yeah.
Because they have the handles which are a different material than the rest of it, than like the main faceplate. So I feel like people or Nintendo or whoever creates these controllers are kind of forced to make these a different color or discolored than what the main faceplate is. But I like that controller design of it regular. I love when controllers or systems have see-through like plastic on them. I love it.
I'm definitely interested, hoping they bring out more customizable Pro controllers, because I'd totally buy one that I liked, especially the Zelda one.
I have 2 of them, so...
Yeah, but they're both basic, so...
Oh, well. Anyway, moving on.
That's all for the Direct, I think.
Yeah, that was basically it. NPD, August 2017.
It's game time, boys.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So we're 1-1. We got a break in the tie right here.
Breaking the tie, and then we'll change it up next month.
Change the tie. Didn't Mike win both?
No, not once.
I won one. He won one.
I don't even remember, and I host this part.
Yeah, so we're gonna change it up next month.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna decide who's gonna face off with each other.
I like the idea better. I mean, but we'll throw Marcus in there every once in a while.
But I see them all the time.
Then don't look at it.
But I listen to shows that automatically bring them up.
Okay. Well, which shows do you listen to?
And I would also fucking kill you guys. Let's be real.
What a challenge, then. Right. All right, Marcus, go for it. Hit me.
Okay.
Do you remember who went first last time?
He hit me.
Oh, nice. Solid.
I actually don't remember. We were supposed to take note of this, but none of us
I feel like I went first the first time. So you probably went first the second time. And this is the third time, right?
Yes. So you're first again.
I guess I'll go first.
So we're pretty much just going to go, and Mike's looking at his phone as if he's being a real big cheater boy.
I'm not being a real big cheater boy.
You can have a list of games that came out, but
that's what I did. You want me to show you what I've got?
No, you don't need to show me. You need to show
you
Matt.
believe I'm not cheating?
But it'll be the first to guess, or the first to get 3 wrong is eliminated. Right. But if we get to the point of you both are at 2 wrong and you both end up getting the 3rd wrong simultaneously, then we'll do a tiebreaker.
Right.
Okay.
So
proceed.
Matt, you go first.
No, I go first.
Okay, Mike,
we just
go
agreed
first.
that I went first.
Wait, Matt won the last one, right? How many have we done? 3 or 4?
I think 2.
We've only done 2 of
I
them.
think we've only done 2.
Yeah, okay. Fuck
All right,
finals.
Michael.
Okay. So obviously the first one's pretty obvious. NFL 18.
That's not the game title.
Madden NFL 18.
That game.
It is on there. And guess what number?
Number 2.
It's number 1.
Yeah.
Really?
Best-selling game of August.
Yep. Not
So
surprised.
you are right, Matt.
Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Uncharted Lost Legacy. A standalone version of an expansion to Uncharted 4. You think that would have been on number 10.
No.
And you're right, it is.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm right?
Guess which number?
5.
3.
Damn.
Fucking people like Uncharted.
So you guys both in the clear, none of you wrong.
Shit.
It's like
All right.
Family Feud style. It'll help me remember more. No strikes.
Fuck.
All right, Mike.
Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle came out August 20th.
Late in the month. It's a
something
little
of the
risky.
sort, yeah.
But plus it came out.
Arms and Splatoon 2 were high up there when they came out. But Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Mike, it's nowhere to be found on this list.
Seriously?
You get a strike.
Yeah, fuck
Actually?
off.
Not
Fuck
even
off,
in the
nobody
top.
bought it.
Not in the top 20.
Wow.
I say we wait until like maybe later this month. It gets a bigger boost.
That's shocking,
Or
'cause-
maybe it got more digital because
Yeah.
NPD counts physical. So
Damn, I would. That's crazy. Are you sure?
yeah, I'm pretty sure unless I'm like missing it. Yeah, it's not even in the top, like in the bottom half of the 20.
Wow. That's so shocking to me.
So Mike, it's currently 1 wrong. Matt, you can go ahead.
I'm gonna play safe. Grand Theft Auto 5.
GTA 5. It's an easy guess. It's always on there, and it is again this time. Guess which number?
4.
Number 2.
Wait, really?
No way. It's sold more than a
I don't know how
Uncharted.
people keep buying these.
Why? Alright.
People keep getting older, man. They're allowed to buy them now.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, Mike.
That's so. How is that game second?
Mike, you're gonna keep digging
So
yourself into a
true.
hole. Let's go.
So triggered. So triggered.
Let's go, Mike.
Okay. This is only North America, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can't think of what else came out in August. I'm gonna go with Crash because it was on last month and I didn't think it was
Crash
gonna-
Bandicoot Insane Trilogy was like killing it,
Yeah.
and it still is because it's on this list.
Nice.
And number, it is in the top 10. So
8.
number 9.
Damn, I'll take it.
So it's like it might slip off starting next month.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna take a little
this month.
bit of a gamble. F1 20. Is it 17?
17.
I wouldn't know because it's not on this list.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's 1 wrong for each.
That's
of
why I
you.
asked if it was North America only. Because if it was Europe, I would have totally have
Yeah,
guessed
I
it
know.
too. But
Well, you don't want to get NASCAR Heat 2?
shockingly, no.
All right, Mike. You're up. So you guys are both at 1 wrong now.
Let me think. Okay. So usually there was some sort of shooter on this. So what shooters should be on it? Destiny was September, right?
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was. Thanks.
Listen to this dead air. This boy thinking.
This boy can't think. Okay, not Wildlands. Wildlands.
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yes.
Ghost Recon Wildlands, Mike, is on the list, but at number 12. So it's number 2 that's wrong for you.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
It better not be on it.
That was on the
So
list
triggered.
last year. Or last
week.
month.
I know.
Last week, Mike.
Last month.
Tom
whatever.
Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I'm looking for it, and yeah, Matt, you're right. It's in the top 10.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Know what number?
Probably 10.
6.
What?
I hate my life.
What's number 10?
Okay.
there it is.
All right. Perfect.
So
Good
this
to know.
is match point, as they like to say. Mike, if you get this wrong, you give it to Matt, which exceeds his lead or extends his lead. I could have sworn Mike had won both, but
No, I won. I won
we
the
can
first
we
one.
can write that down if you want. And just leave it in the middle.
Go, Michael.
Oh my god, this is too much pressure. I can't handle this.
let me see. Is there any there's a couple easy ones that
You may think that you're looking at it.
I'm a student of the industry.
Are you?
Yeah,
So am I. Less so though.
yeah, but you were born in 2011.
I would not.
This is
agree
is
with
it
that.
physical?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure.
else
You know
there'd be
what?
probably Rocket League. Well, that is.
I was gonna
physical
say
too.
PUBG, but
No way.
what do you mean?
You
It's
know what?
number 1 game on
No,
Steam.
I'm saying no way because it's not physical.
I know.
dumbass.
I'm just saying. Not yet.
Honestly, I'm drawing a total blank right now, so I don't know what it is. So I'm just gonna give a shout out to one of my favorite games, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Is this a guess?
Yes, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's definitely not there, but to give it a shout out.
Number 27.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Mike, is not on the list. Meaning, Matt, you win the third installment? Question mark of NPD guess. Guess the NPD number.
I hate my life so much.
Thank you, sir.
So, reading from number 10 to number 1. Number 10, Overwatch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's been on there for fucking ever.
That was going to be my guess, too.
9, Crashy B. We already talked about that. 8, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered.
That was also going to be another one of my guesses.
7, Mario Kart 8, which has also been on the list.
That was also going to be another one of my guesses.
6 was Rainbow Six. 5, Breath of the Wild. It's also been on there a long time.
Also, because I had so many plans.
4, which was number 1 last month, Splatoon 2.
Also going to be another one of mine.
3, Lost Legacy. 2, GTA 5, and 1, Madden NFL.
No, I feel like an idiot right now.
You are.
Like, I literally feel like an idiot.
I mean,
none of those games came to my head.
But I literally, you know how many I had planned in my brain? I'm like,
Forza?
what came out on the Switch?
Forza Horizon 3 was in the top 20, number 17.
Really?
And Agents of Mayhem was at 16, so...
Well, wasn't Forza Horizon 3 free
was it on
Games with Gold, I think?
No. Physical copies might be.
I know, but I'm saying maybe people saw that and bought it for some... I don't know. My brain isn't working tonight, clearly.
Why would Forza Horizon 3...
It was free with Games with Gold.
No. Forza Horizon 2 was.
But Forza 5 is free this month, Forza I think is what you guys are thinking. Month. Anyways,
whatever.
Mike, you lost. Matt, you won
triggered.
Again.
Perfect. Myself. I'm a god.
Okay.
Next month, I will get Retribution.
So this podcast, I'm just gonna was like an hour and a bit long.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's not.
How long was at 40 minutes, and the other one was at 27.
Yeah, but we were talking for the beginning of 27.
All right. Let's go home.
All right, anyway.
Let me go home.
Take care, everyone.
We want to talk about the games you've been playing?
Oh, my God, yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I've been playing Breath of the Wild.
I
finally finished it.
Yep.
Very nice.
And I think a lot of things I said last week pretty much still stand, where combat and everything is kind of like lukewarm on it. I'm not really a fan. The dungeons, the Divine Beasts, like the main dungeons, extremely easy. I'll go into a bit of spoilers here. The camel one, what's it, Naboris? That one was probably like I'd say that was my favorite Divine Beast because it actually had a challenge to it. The like moving.
Right, that was the one you have to like rotate.
Yeah, it's 360 degrees.
Those sucked.
It was the mechanic wasn't that great, but it actually presented a challenge, and I wasn't in there for like 5 minutes like the Goron one. That one, the lizard, was so easy. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, and even the
bird one was easy.
Naboris actually had like I would think an actual good boss. Like it actually had like a system and actual like mechanics.
That was the Thunderblight one, right?
Yeah. So that one was good. The other ones are just like, they're not bad. They're just really simple. But I also do like the little set piece you have beforehand of going and like using bomb arrows to put them down. So that's cool again, and also like way too easy to be a final boss of the game. Yeah. However, still pretty epic, I'll say. And overall, like I would still say, like even though I think the challenge of it with it being too easy and like the combat and everything, this is still like an amazing game. And definitely up there for my personal game of the year. If not, it might be. We'll see. I still have time to think.
So here's my question to you. A couple questions actually. First, Horizon or Breath of the Wild?
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Shut up. Answer the question.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Breath of the Wild, but like Horizon just is so much better too with combat and story and just like visuals. It like I
think the name Zelda's clouding your vision there.
Yeah, like it definitely is for everyone.
For me too. Totally acknowledge that.
But I don't even like. I really fucking loved Lost Legacy, so that's like really up there for me this year too.
Me too.
But yeah, there you go, Breath of the Wild.
Number 2 question. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people were complaining about the voice acting.
I thought it was okay.
You thought it was okay?
Yeah. The only thing that I found weird was the lip syncing. I think they probably did it in like Japanese and probably didn't bother to
fix it up.
Yeah.
What do you think of Zelda, the British Zelda?
I was
random.
thinking of that, and like none of these accents fit each other.
Yeah, it's
Like
they
her
are kind
dad
of,
does not sound like.
but which
that.
is good at the same time because then it looks like they just went on based on talent rather than trying to make it work. Which is, I guess, is a good thing in a way, but also a bad thing because like you said, it doesn't really mix well.
The champions made sense. Those ones made sense to me, anyway.
Yeah,
But also, like,
Mifa's face is
I don't know
ready.
if the memories expand on like the champions voice actors, but like the amount of times you interact with them are very short.
yeah,
So
they talk a lot in the memories. You should have done those.
I did.
dummy.
I did a good 2 of them. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back. We'll see. If anything, it'll be something where I go back and try to finish while like I have nothing to do. Say like I'm listening to a podcast or listening to music. I'll like fire it up
Yeah, it's a good thing to do while hunting those Korok seeds.
or shrines. There's no way unless
How many shrines did you get? What, like 40?
I think around 40 or 50 something. I got more shrines than Korok seeds.
Man, like do the shrines, man. Some of the shrines are really good. I don't know if you got. There was one shrine I can think of in the Goron City area in the northwest on like a little island by itself.
What is it?
It's a shrine.
No, like what do you do in it?
There's like this torch puzzle. It's a pretty big
I did that
labyrinth.
one. It's like
Yeah.
really long, and you have
That-
to like bring the blue flame from.
Yeah,
the,
that was my
that one.
favorite shrine in the game. I love that
I
shrine.
like that one. I think that might even be one of my favorite sides. Like,
Yep.
I like the one where it's like you had two shrines that were the answer to each other.
Yeah, on the top of
twin
the
shrines,
mountain. Yeah, those were cool too.
I
I don't know if you did the one in the Korok Forest. The one
the
where
Korok Forest.
the one where you have to look at the stars or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
one
one-
took me a while to figure out. But once
Yeah.
I figured it out, it was like I thought, wow, it was a pretty cool game design.
The actual ones in the Lost Woods were kind of annoying because what I liked were like the shrine quests where you have to do like an actual quest in the overworld and then you get a shrine that you walk
Yeah.
into and get like a core or something.
Did you get the one where you have to stand on the pedestal while naked during a blood moon?
I have no fucking clue. I never saw that.
Well, spoiler, that's how you get one. It's
I really liked
hilarious.
Eventide Island though, which I did really early on. I did like when like right after my first Divine Beast.
Man, I wasn't a huge fan of that.
I enjoyed it.
I don't know.
But one quick aside with Eventide Island, where you know how you have to have the 3 like balls in the like pivots. Before I did the last one, where you like go invade a camp of like bokoblins and shit, I killed them all. Was like I don't want to die or anything. I'm just gonna like set up a camp. Blood Moon comes, they all bum rush me. I die. I have to do the entire thing all over again
Yeah.
because you can't save on that island.
Yeah, you can't, and that's what was kind of annoying. Like that happened to me. That had similar situations happen to me now with the Blood Moon, but like where I died and I had to redo it all again. And, like,
Yeah,
I
I
hate
love
doing things again.
I
in
just
games.
love like all the little details and stuff, like
Yeah.
things that you can do. But the game definitely has its faults, but
Oh,
it's
for
still
sure.
like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I played.
Cool.
And ARMS.
Matt.
This week, I actually beat Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh,
How many? When did the game come out?
Fucking 2 years ago.
2015.
Yeah, I'm just getting through a whole bunch of backlog, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I way better than Unity. Syndicate was.
yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it. One of my favorites, up there with that, Black Flag, and
Yeah.
2.
It was very good. I think I'm going to play... Looking over at my
Did you
wall.
finish Wolfenstein?
No, I didn't.
You're playing that next.
Yeah, I think I'm
What,
going to go...
what about Dead Rising? You were talking about that, or you're just not going to go back to it?
I don't know. Fell out of it. I got Cave Story on the Switch. Cave Story
Oh
Plus.
yeah, you were playing that.
Just a little bit. I got it last night, and unfortunately, I haven't had too much time with it. But
Yeah,
loving,
I've always wanted to play it.
honestly, loving the soundtrack so far. Not even kidding. Love the 8-bit stuff. Mike, you?
Mitchell.
I finished Horizon Zero Dawn last week on Thursday, and since that day, I have not touched a controller.
Oh wow.
I literally, like, with school starting and work, I haven't had literally a single second to play any games. But that will change tomorrow with Metroid, or today, I guess, depending on when you listen to this. Once I get that, I'll play that, and hopefully I'll have some impressions for you guys next week. Metroid Samus Returns, which is based on Metroid Return of Samus.
Metroid
Cool
2
story.
Return of Samus.
That's right, I meant that.
And hopefully, I'll finish Cave Story by next week.
Or start.
Or that. Yeah. Probably start.
Start.
Okay. So,
Cool. Good podcast, guys.
yeah. Email us what you've been playing this week at nothingbiggamespodcast@gmail.com, as the usual. And all of you have a fantastic weekend.
Can't believe I lost.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.